How I got my first client with zero experience and zero connections. My first client isn't a small business. They're a company that are valued at $100 million. Now, this didn't happen overnight. It took a long time, and I'm here to share you guys some tips to save you all the mistakes that I made when I was getting my first client. All you need is this 3-step process. The first step is volume. Now, no matter what platform you're using to outreach to your potential clients, whether it's LinkedIn messages, whether it's DMs, whether it's emails, I personally use cold emails, plus a little bit of LinkedIn messaging, you need to triple, quadruple, 10x your volume, because however many clients you are contacting per day is just not enough. The market is so crowded nowadays. Everything is a distraction. There's so much competition that you just need to increase your volume by so much. I got inspired by Alex Hormozi for this. He talks about how you need to massively increase your volume to land clients. So the first step is volume. The second step is value. You've got to provide value upfront. Now, what does that mean? That means giving something without expecting something in return. So for me, it's providing an aspect of the influencer marketing campaign. The first step is putting together influencers that match the type that the brand is looking for. I provide that for free for any brand that wants it. Any brand that comes up to me and asks for a list of influencers in their niche, that can sometimes take me a long time to put together. I do it for free. Why do I do it for free? Because it's landed me almost every single client that I've got to this day. So I put that together for my client and I use that to actually land the client. Because what does that show? It shows that I actually care about helping the client. It shows that I'm not just here to make money, to use the client, to benefit my agency. I'm actually here to help them, to put them first. So definitely you have to provide upfront value. It doesn't matter what that value is. Just provide something that they need, that they look for, that other people are not providing, that'll set you apart. And the third step is delivery. So many people focus on getting that first client, on sending outreach, on landing that first big deal. But then they get the deal and they don't follow through and they lose the clients. Now, what actually builds a successful business is not getting one deal. It's not getting one-off client. It is long-term clients. Agencies thrive off long-term clients. The goal is to build long-term clients. How do you get them? Is by actually delivering. There are 2 important steps when it comes to delivering for your client. 1, actually listen to what your client wants. Now, this sounds so simple in practice, but a lot of people don't actually do it. They deliver what they think the client needs. They think the client wants them to do for them, some new idea that they've thought of, but it's so important to actually listen to what the client wants and fulfill what they've asked for. It is so simple, but something that so many people forget. Now, the second step is go above and beyond for your client. What does that mean? It doesn't mean adding in random things. It doesn't mean not doing what they asked for. It means doing what they asked for, but a little bit extra. Now, in any field, that's what it takes to be successful, whether it's swimming, whether it's running, whether it's studying. You always have to go above and beyond in order to differentiate yourself from others. It is the same when you're running an agency. Give them that 10% extra and it will increase your likelihood of them taking you on as a long-term client by at least 90%. I can guarantee that because I've experienced that. So there you go. That is your 3 steps to landing your first client: volume, value, and delivery. Now, one thing I will say is that a lot of people can have imposter syndrome when they're starting out, of what type of client they can take on and whether or not they have the experience, the skills, the capabilities to take on these big clients. All I'll say is that you would really surprise yourself, because a lot of these clients do not care about experience. They care about your skills, but more in the level that they care that you can deliver what they're asking for. They would rather take on somebody that's new but can actually do what they ask for than someone with the most experience in the field that will just do what they want, that won't listen to them and just do what they want. They want someone that can really deliver on what they're asking for. So go for it. Honestly, all I can say is go for it. Don't bait yourself out and just think that I can't do this, that I need to go for small businesses, that I need to go for local businesses. Go for the big clients. Go for the big clients, and if you have to, deliver at break even first. My first campaign I did completely at break even. Zero profit. I hadn't made any profit up until this point. The campaign took me weeks to complete, but I did it at zero profit. Now, why on earth did I do that? Honestly, it sounds ridiculous, but I did it to prove to the client that I am valuable and in the hope of making them a long-term client. And I can tell you that 5 months later, they have worked with me every single month and they've spent over $40,000 with me. So it's worth it. Do that campaign at break even if you have to, but just do the campaign. Put yourself out there. You may as well go for big clients. Big clients means bigger budgets, and if you can deliver what they ask for, they will take you on. They will absolutely take you on. So there you have it. That's my 3-step process. In future videos, I'm going to be going through a bit more of my agency workflow, my processes, my hiring process, my whole journey, and I'll be doing a full video on cold email, the automation techniques that we use, and some of my templates will be shared as well. So please follow along. I'm here because I want to teach you guys how to do the same thing that I did, because I'm really passionate about it, and I'm passionate about building a life of freedom, financially, location freedom, freedom from jobs, freedom from authority, where you live life on your own terms. So please follow along, and thank you so much for being a part of my journey.